Today's little sikha will be l'refuah shalema for the sign you see in the back, Miriam Chaya Bas Barucha. They picked a very interesting thing. It says over here, light Shabbos candles 10 minutes early. Light Shabbos candles 10 minutes early. And I'll tell you a story about lighting Shabbos candles 10 minutes early. I know somebody in my family, needed a Yeshua, and we got in touch from Rabbi Kanievsky, and that's what he said. Light Shabbos candles 10 minutes early. Okay, Baruch Hashem. One day I was walking on East 7th Street, O and B. I was walking, and a tall fellow chasing after me, and he says, Rabbi, okay, well, can I help you? No, see, because that day, by Shalosh Udas, I had spoken in the shul on East 7th Street in the basement. They asked me, Shalosh Udas, come in 5 minutes. And I told them over the story that this person needed a Yeshua. And they went to Rabbi Kanievsky, and he said 10 minutes to keep Shabbos longer. And Baruch Hashem, it did the help. So this tall fellow runs after me, and he wants to know. He says to me, my wife is waiting for a liver transplant. What should I do? Should I do this also? So I said, listen, I'm just saying over what I heard from Kanievsky. I'm just shamas here. But it sounds like a good thing. Then he says to me, Rabbi, but I can't do it that way. Why can't I do it that way? Because we're never ready, Erev Shabbos. It's not going to happen. And everybody runs the last minute. It's not going to happen. Maybe 1 week, yeah, 1 week not. So I told him, you know what? I didn't get in contact with Reb Chaim, and I don't know what he holds, but I use my imagination. Once in a while, you're allowed to use your imagination, And I say, you know what? If Reb Chaim holds that 10 minutes before Shabbos is such a great thing to be Mekabel Shabbos in onto Shabbos, so I'll tell you, you know what? How about doing it Matzah Shabbos? In on 10 minutes Matzah Shabbos. Same thing. Taste of Shabbos before, after. In on 10 minutes Matzah Shabbos. Ooh, he says to me, that's a good idea. Because that my wife can handle. The dishes don't have to go so fast. She's okay with that. And she said, I'll handle it. Okay. That was the end of that part of the story. 3 months later, okay? You listening? But listen carefully. 3 months later, I'm again walking the street or something, I don't remember what it was, and he approaches me. And he says to me, you listening carefully? He says to me, I got a phone call from Mount Sinai. When? I got a phone call, this is a story, I'm telling you the way it is. I got a phone call from Mount Sinai on Shabbos HaGodel. Shabbos HaGodel, right? Before Pesach, Shabbos HaGodel. We call it the big Shabbos. A bigger Shabbos. I got a phone call. There's a liver waiting for you. Come right now on Shabbos. Do you hear? Do you hear what this fellow was telling me? He was Mekayim 10 more minutes Shabbos, and he made a longer Shabbos, and Hashem told him, I want to show you. 10 more minutes for Shabbos. You're going to get the transplant, and they're going to call you on Shabbos. After that, I wasn't in touch with him. No, he told me this after the operation. Everything was okay. Great. That's what this 10 minutes is all about. Let me add one more thing. When the United States of America, when they moved here, all the immigrants from all different parts of the world, mainly after the war and from different countries, the 3 Gedolei Hadar, the 3 giants, got together. It was Rav Moshe Feinstein. It was Rav Henkin, who Rav Moshe Feinstein gave him more respect than himself. He was a huge, and then eventually the Satmar Rebbe came into the picture. The Alta Satmar Rebbe. And they all decided that in America, in the United States of America, in Brooklyn at least, the Zman is 50 minutes after the Shkia. The Zman Soif Shabbos is 50 after sunset. Now, I want to ask you a question. If somebody sitting in this room is going to make sure that other people in other shuls and other kihilot are going to keep Shabbos the way Rav Moshe wanted, the way Rav Henkin wanted, the way the Satmar Rebbe wanted. Do you think that's not going to be a refuah for this person? Let me explain something to you. Toothpicks by a wedding are very important. Because if you don't have toothpicks, you're going to have to eat the herring. Oh, you don't have herring by a wedding. You're going to have to eat the herring with your hands. That's no good. But let's say you don't have a roast by a wedding. Let's say you don't have tables, you don't have chairs. Rabbi said the first thing is we have to keep Shabbos kilchasa. You have to keep it like the Gedolei Olam Diaz with a Malachei like him that landed. Hashem left them over in the war to come to America, and nobody would be here today. No Ashkenaz, no Sfard, nobody would be here without these giants. So I ask everybody, go around from shul to shul, go in your house and go wherever it is. Make sure that Zman is kept the way it was given. Okay, you're going to say, don't, my minhag is not like that. You know about your minhag like I could dance on the moon. I'll tell you, because Rabbi Shlomo Laniado, who's hanging over there in the picture from Aleppo, you know what he writes in the Sefer? That in Aleppo, you were in Aleppo? You weren't in Aleppo, I was there. No. He writes over there in Aleppo that he gathered all the people in the shul. And you know what? I'm not saying what he said. He said that if anybody doesn't keep 72 minutes, cherem. Okay, I don't know. Rav Moshe said this is good. Rav Moshe in America said this is good. Satmar Rebbe said it's good. The what do you call it? The Rav Henkin said it's good. 50 minutes. You want to keep your minhag. So make believe it's minhag. Make believe. Okay. So 10 minutes extra till 50, or another 5 minutes for your minhag. Spread the word. You want this woman to have her refuah shalema? I guarantee you. I can't guarantee you. Why can't I guarantee you? Why? Because I'm a shamus here? No, because Rav Chaim said so. So madach, if you're keeping the toothpicks of Shabbos, which is place for Shabbos, we're very important. I'm not saying without toothpicks you can't go. So if you keep Shabbos itself a little longer, the way you're supposed to the minimum, don't run out. And tell the people and spread it. And you know what kind of food this person will have. Everybody has an achrayus. Have a good Shabbos, and it should be a Shabbos HaGadol. And we should get the information that she had a refuah shalema from Shabbos HaGadol.